Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Vanderbilt Commodores taking on the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Delivers the contact. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Commodores offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Commodores moving quickly to the line. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Longhorns offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Going up top on first down. Coming after it. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the ball is picked off.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with a pick.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points and start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They want to run this quarterback. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
Now, I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Purdue. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the running back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big...
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. The Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays like we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Trying play action. They're trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Nice move to keep moving. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Back to throw, it's Coffee. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. Snowed under by the defense.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got a man. It's Smith. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Pressure coming. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. He's going to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Spits it out to the back. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. To the air, it's Coffee. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Complete. And and it's on the ground. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. It's first down from the 11. He's looking to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go back to the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
On second down, looking to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKO.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Commodores will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. Give to the running back. Oh, ball's out! And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Gives it to the back on the draw.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, we're going to fly upfield every single play. We'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. To the air, it's Coffee. He makes the connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. After after that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you've got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. You're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. And they just got to make more plays.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. They're going to run it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for a man. It's Coffee. Gets rid of it. Picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I think they're different.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. At the 40, there he goes. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. And the Commodores want to move quickly. He'll do it himself. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Makes the catch. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And I think it's go time now at this point in the game if you're on offense, because you need a touchdown. You have this golden opportunity down close to the goal line. Who is a playmaker you can identify offensively that you know can win one-on-one to get you the score?
Going for 6. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Coffee. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed, and the returner will be brought down. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. To let that one get away from them, they look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Was too much. They get him at the 15.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, and you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Texas offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. Shakes off the defender. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They want that clock to run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to throw. He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Looking to move it through the air. On the move, he fires. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. Wants to throw on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On third down, he drops to throw. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the party each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast